Who are you?
Mika Miko.
And who's in Mika Miko?
Jennifer, Jessica, Michelle, Jenna, and Kate.
I first discovered the band known as Mika Miko the old-fashioned way through the Maximum Rock and Roll.
Oh.
This is quite an honor to get on the cover of Maximum Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
The Punk Bible. I mean, how many, for that matter, female modern-day bands get on the cover of Maximum Rock and Roll?
Yeah, it was really cool. I think a lot of people were very surprised.
Not sure if this is true, but someone said we're the first all-female band to be on the cover.
In a long time. In a really long time.
No, someone told me we were the first ever. Not sure if that's true, but that's what the lady who did the article told me. So, hopefully.
I thought it was just great, though, because that's how I discovered you guys, buying a fanzine. I guess I didn't discover you through the internet.
That's nice.
Is there a section for people like me at your concerts?
I like that because I don't really go. I like don't have MySpace. You know, I'm not always on the internet, so I appreciate that a lot.
What's interesting though, like Maximum Rock and Roll. There, I just spat a bit of food at you there. I knew that would happen. Sorry about that. I knew that would happen.
Cool, it was like a carrot, but
I think it would be very costly to buy the Maximum Rock and Roll in Japan. So I wouldn't say that they are not good because they had to find out through the internet.
It's you and the guy from the...
I know, from the fall, which is so weird. I remember when we got this, I didn't understand that Marky Smith. I was like, Marky Smith is on the back? Yeah. What does that mean? There we go, and we're together.
Here's a quote about Mika Miko. Mika Miko once saw a band at the Smell eat its own shit and piss.
Yeah.
They weren't really a band. They're a performance group. Theater of the Absurd.
Did they eat their own shit and piss?
No one knows if it's real.
How do you eat piss? Is it like frozen? Joan Jett once made a pea popsicle.
And ate it?
No, she would give it to bands that she didn't like.
I totally...
One time I threw my own pee on a boy that peed in my bedroom when he was so drunk.
Were you throwing your pee straight out of your body onto him?
What I did is he peed all over my room because he got really drunk. And so I peed in a cup. And then when he came, I was like, hey, and I threw it on him. And he's still our friend.
Yeah, actually, before we left on this tour, he was sleeping over at Jesse's house with another friend who we've known for a really long time. And he was just like, hey, I think he woke up drunk. Maybe not.
I think he was drunk.
Yeah.
We're hanging out with a bad crowd, I think.
We've known him for like 7 years. It's really funny.
What's the meanest you've been to an audience?
We're not mean ever.
Like, have you ever walked off stage?
No.
Have you ever come close?
Why?
No, just curious. You know, some bands, bad sound. You know, have you seen somebody walk off stage?
Like, people have thrown up on us, and we'll just keep playing, but we'll just do it off stage. You know? Or people will say girl power for their mangina and mosh on us, and we'll let it happen.
Yeah. This guy at the Eureka show, that's actually one show, the only show where I walked in and immediately was like, no. And I walked back to the van and I kind of stayed there. But when we were playing, a man in an SS shirt did everything she was talking about. And a huge marching band like jumped on the show, and it was a 16-piece marching band, and they covered Slayer. And that
was it for you. You walked out.
Yeah. I was in the van for most of that until the very end because I wanted to see what they all looked like. And I saw what they all look like.
But isn't the problem when somebody pukes on stage is that you see the puke or you smell the puke and then you want to?
Well, someone puked on my drums once. We played...
That's the best. That was the best night of South by Southwest. We were setting up, and all of a sudden this old guy with he had a lot of Botox came on and started playing Kate's drums, and he was like, hey, play a song with me. So I started playing guitar with him, and slowly I realized that it was Mickey D from Motorhead. And so we all just started playing with him, and then finally, I don't think Jenna knew who he was, but she was yelling at him to move. And then everyone stole Kate's drumsticks because, Mickey D of Motorhead, and you had to borrow drumsticks, right?
Yeah.
But then after we were done playing, we were taking down the drums, and there was this pink.
Oh no! It looked like pineapple or potato.
Yeah, potato.
It was so gross.
And it was basically what happened was we were playing at this children's museum, and we were playing there's a balcony around us, right? And so we played and we kind of like stepped away for a second, and I came back to, break down the drums. And for that 1 second I stepped away, someone obviously from the balcony puked over.
Michelle, what is boner status?
Okay. I think this only came up because when you're in a van full of millions of people, or just 5 of us,
And equipment.
some of the seats, like, you don't have a lot of room, so say the back is just full of stuff and the seat gets moved. This is awful. I can't believe I'm talking about this. So it's boner status when you're sitting like a boner, like you're just like you can't sit back, you're like this. You're like so it's boner status. But boner status can also mean like, some idiot that you're like mad at because they're being dumb. They can be boner status as well.
Or your arm can be boner status if it fills with blood from doing too much action.
Yeah, too many movements. Or here, or
Just suck.
It's a negative term.
it is. Boner status is definitely a negative term.
Also in this Maximum Rock and Roll here, it talks about one of you guys getting your pants stolen.
Oh, that would not be me.
Who got their pants? How'd you get your pants stolen?
Well, I left them at Japanther's house, and wait, who can help me with the story? I'm blinking.
She wasn't sure where she left him. She knew she left him in New York somewhere.
Like, were you wearing them when you lost them, or how did you lose them?
Well, like,
Wild night out with Mika Miko?
remember? Okay, no, we were just sleeping there, and we all like got naked and gave each other massages.
True. I was at my sister's house, so I was not here.
And then I left my pants there, and
She
then
wore something else the next day. She doesn't wear the pants every day.
So then a friend of ours went to New York, and she took a picture of this girl, and she had these pants, and it turned out to be Jennifer's pants, but she was one of the guys in Japanther's girlfriend, and now she's in Vivian Girls. I don't know if you've heard them, but they're this band from New York who you'll probably get into. Maybe
our friend went there, and she was like, "Wait, this girl just told me she's wearing your pants," and she sent me a photo, and they all were ripped, like the crotch was missing, and the knees were missing, and they were like my favorite pants. And then that was about it. And
That was the low light of the tour, as mentioned in Maximum Rock and Roll.
that sucked. Now
It was awful for all of us that her pants were missing.
things that have happened that are way worse now, but back then, that was the worst thing.
This was the worst.
Well, lastly here at Mika Miko, I was curious though, like you're talking about pants going missing and it kind of being a downer.
totally a downer.
What about maintaining cleanliness on the road? I interviewed King Kong from King Kong and the Shrines, and he likes wearing a bathing suit because it can work as an underwear. Like you just wear the bathing suit the whole time and you never have to take it off because you go in the shower with it, it dries. What do you guys have any hints at all for keeping clean?
I would not wear a bathing suit that was wet and then let it dry because there's many things that are not good that happen when you do that. Panty liners.
Yeah, those are great. Panty liners. Then you can just take them off and reuse the underwear.
Did you guys learn the hard way for this?
I think it was kind of like a common sense thing. Like we realized, dirty underwear. Oh, what can we cover for dirty underwear? And we're like, oh yeah.
We're trying to get our roadie to do it because his balls sweat and we want him to wear panty liners.
We're trying to get sponsored by panty liners.
How long do your roadies usually last?
One tour.
I think we kind of switch it up, maybe just for our own benefit. I don't know, maybe because we get tired of them. No, I'm kidding. I don't get tired of them.
Why should people care about Mika Miko?
They shouldn't. They should really hate us.
That's like caring, though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No emotion, please.
No, like when people hate us so much, they really just love us.
Well, thanks much.
Cool hate mail. It's cool.
I know. I like hate mail.
Well, thanks much, Mika Miko. Keep on rocking in the free world and do.
Can I get off the log now?